What's going on, AZ Sports Fan family? Thank you so very much for tuning back in. I really do appreciate it. In this video, I wanted to talk about Xavien going public on Tuesday night on his Instagram, I believe, saying that he already requested a trade from the Miami Dolphins. He wants out. Should the Arizona Cardinals pursue? That's what we're going to dive into today, guys. Roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what I wanted to talk about was Xavier. Now, on Tuesday night, he went ahead and went public and saying that he wants to leave the Miami Dolphins. Now, just full transparency here, on Wednesday morning, there was a report by Brian Flores, which is their head coach, saying that he's got hopefulness. He's hopeful that they might be able to strike a deal with Xavier. They're talking to him and his representatives to try to strike a deal. So keep that in mind, just full transparency out there right now. But this video is going to be specifically directed to should the Cardinals pursue Xavier. Now, I always like to start off with a little bit backstory on who Xavier is. Now, he did get drafted in the 2016 draft in the second round. And last year, he had a very, very good year, needless to say. So he did have 10 interceptions in total in his career, 22 interceptions, and he has been in the league for 5 years, which honestly is very, very good stats in the grand scheme of things. Now, the Arizona Cardinals right now, obviously in the draft, it seemed like they were on a mission to try to replace Patrick Peterson. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying out there, like, it's going to be really hard to replace Patrick Peterson. And not so much the player, but the name that's attached to the defense. So right now, our quarterback looks like Byron Murphy, Malcolm Butler, as well as Robert Alford. Now, we all know that Robert Alford has had some season-ending injuries with the Arizona Cardinals, which is really unfortunate, but he seems like he really wants to kind of, revive his career with the Arizona Cardinals. He signed with us with a pretty inexpensive deal, so I guess kudos for him. But going into this offseason and everything that has transpired in the draft, as well as, the free agency pickups, I think there's a lot of fans out there that are kind of really still worried when it comes down to the cornerback room. Now, there's a lot of rumors out there saying that Byron Murphy might want to, move out into the outside, or Vance Joseph said that he thinks that he's ready for it. So we still don't know who's going to play in the slot, who's going to be playing on the outside. We'll most likely get all that information as the training camp transpires. Now, if you guys do not know, training camp did start yesterday. Now, in terms of public training camp, that is going to be this coming Friday. So that means you'll be able to go out there with your family and friends, get some popcorn, get some drinks, and overall just kind of hang out. But training camp was in effect on Tuesday. So you know what that means, boys and gals. Football season is almost here. But going back to Xavier, a lot of people reached out to me, and the shortest answer here I'm going to tell you is yes, 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 and yes. The Arizona Cardinals should absolutely pursue Xavier. Now, as of right now, I know we got some depth pieces coming through. It seems like the Arizona Cardinals are trying to make it apparent that we want to make sure that room is good. I do think that there's going to be some kind of little low light in terms of going into the season if we do end up getting Xavier, and that is going to be, we might not see Marco Wilson, and we might not also see Tay Gowan, which I know there's a lot of people out there that were really excited to see these two young prospects come in and get the opportunity within the Arizona Cardinals. But one thing about the Arizona Cardinals is they favor veterans a lot more than rookies. It sucks, but that's always been the trend year in and year out. But I definitely think it's very obvious as to why everybody wants to get Xavier. We still think that room needs to get some improvement. Now, another downfall that Xavier obviously wants to leave because he wants to get paid more. So I know I'm saying, Arizona Cardinals go out for Xavier. There's going to be a lot of people in the comments saying, well, what about, Chandler Jones? What about, Larry Fitzgerald? Now, the good thing is that, Chandler Jones already reported to training camp. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he already spoke to Kime, he already spoke with the Cardinal organization, and I feel like they're good. Maybe they can, restructure their contract with incentives and all that different stuff. Hopefully it all works out. But good news, Chandler Jones did make it to training camp. Now, in terms of Larry Fitzgerald, is he going to come back? The only really word that we've gotten from Cliff Kingsbury, which is the head coach, saying that it's pretty much open. It's open as of right now for Larry Fitzgerald to give the Cardinals the word, and they said that they're going to have a spot for him. Now, whether he's going to get paid the amount that he wants to get paid, that's a different story there. But needless to say, let's focus back on Xavier Howard here. Should the Cardinals pursue Xavier Howard? Yes. 110% yes. Now, the reason for it, we don't know what's going to happen with injuries. Robert Alford has always worried me ever since he's gotten that first injury. I believe it was the leg injury. When he first started and signed the contract with us, the second year followed right back and started with another injury. So definitely really, really unfortunate when it comes down to that moment. Now, we do have the option to get Byron Murphy on the outside. Vance Joseph said that he might think that he's ready. He's been putting reps out there, so that might be a possibility. Now, we also do have Malcolm Butler. I think he did fairly decent. I think Malcolm Butler did good with the Titans, but we don't really know what's going to transpire from year to year. Malcolm Butler is getting up there in age. As of, Patrick Peterson, maybe he might lose a step going into the 2021 season. So I just want to cover all my bases at this moment. And I do think the weakest part at this very moment on the defensive side of the ball for the Arizona Cardinals is the cornerback room. Now, if you're going to ask me what it is on the offensive side of the ball, I still do think it's tight end, but it's not that big of a deal where it's going to be glaring big at you at this very moment saying we need to get a tight end. I think most importantly, cornerback is going to be the position the Arizona Cardinals should focus on, and it's falling right on our laps right now, and Xavien Howard is going to be available on the trading block. So the Arizona Cardinals, should they pursue? What do I want to give up? Obviously, I think, the Miami Dolphins are looking for a first rounder, maybe some other round picks after that. Now, do I feel comfortable giving away a first rounder for Xavien Howard? Yes, I do. Now, he is 28 years old. He did have a spectacular 2020 season last year. So I do think that is going to follow suit right after. 2021, he's going to be a plug-and-play player. He's physical. He's great. I want him on our defense. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know, but I have been giving credit to Steve Keim for one out of the three things. In terms of the job of the GM, drafting, free agency, trades. I have always given credit to the Keim time signs, which I hate saying, but he's been very, very good at that in terms of trading with other teams and getting good value for the Arizona Cardinals in the defense. So if he could pull another trade off, I would be absolutely happy about that. And I do think that the fan base will respond very well to this whole situation, and I think Xavier Howard would be an awesome, amazing piece to add to this Arizona Cardinal defense. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'm out.